Marketing can be really tricky to get right because there's a lot of moving parts and strategies. It's constantly changing. Technology and trends are constantly changing too. So if you don't have really good marketing strategies in place and you're making common mistakes again and again, you end up wasting a lot of time, energy, and actually your capital as well that you're putting into those campaigns. So understanding common legal marketing mistakes and how to avoid them will really set you ahead of the curve and competitors, and just make sure you're getting the best return from your marketing. That's why in today's video, I'll be sharing the top 3 marketing mistakes we see law firms make and how to avoid them. Number 1 is not having an updated website. So at the time of this video, it's 2021. You absolutely need an updated website for many different reasons. One, it's a competitive advantage. Odds are your competitors, whether they're small law firms and just have a few employees, or they have dozens or hundreds of lawyers, are probably going to have an updated website. This website is going to help them generate leads. It helps them stand out from other competitors like yourself. It gets traffic from different sources like search engines, and it's going to really help convert more client leads and referrals. Nowadays, people want really effortless, fast experiences when they come to your website. They want to make sure that it's easy to navigate and then quickly find what they want. And people will actually make a judgment of your business and website within milliseconds after landing on it. The great thing too about updating your website is you might pay about $10,000, let's say, for a new law firm website, but it's something you really only have to do about every 5 years or so, because all of those changes will remain intact and generate results for many years to come. But then eventually, as things do change, you will have to update it. But for the most part, it's set and forget. You can pay an agency like WiseMedia to completely take over this process. We'll do the user experience, design, user interface. We'll optimize it for search engines, write the copy, and do all the technical aspects. And then you can essentially just enjoy all the lead generation and revenue benefits from that. But something we see at WiseMedia all the time is when we begin working with a new lawyer or firm, is often their website hasn't been updated in 10, 12, 15 years. And it's on the internet, it's good that they have it, but it's really outdated in terms of everything from the design, the layout. And when people land on it, it actually gives a bad impression of that firm and practice. And if you honestly think about how much a client is worth to you over the long term, maybe it's tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you pay 10, 15, 20,000 for a new website every 5 years or so, it's going to have a massive return. And then similarly, the second mistake is not having a good search engine presence, because when you have an updated website and it's optimized for Google, Yahoo, and Bing, it's going to appear all over the search engines and hopefully the front page of Google. And this is going to get you a lot of traffic, visibility, authority, credibility, and actually generate you a lot of leads and clients. Unfortunately, a lot of law firms don't do any kind of search engine optimization. Once again, they might have a website, their social media profiles and whatnot, but it's not actually technically set up to actually rank on the first page of Google. And in fact, cold leads convert at about 1%, but leads from search engines actually close around 11%. Now, I want you to think about it from their perspective. If somebody asks into their phone or they Google a certain thing like New York immigration lawyer or Manhattan employment lawyer, they're looking for a lawyer for a specific practice area in a very specific area. So they're normally in the middle or the bottom of the marketing funnel and the buyer's journey. That means they're aware of their problem and they're actually seeking a solution. That's why people that come from search engines like Google to your website tend to convert and close at a much higher rate. The first step in this, what I recommend, is to do keyword research. You can use Ubersuggest, Google's keyword planner. There's tons of free tools out there. And you primarily want to be targeting keywords that are your city plus practice area. We've mentioned this strategy again and again. It's essentially local search engine optimization. And these keywords have a high conversion rate, but a low competition rate. Even if people are targeting them, it's very easy to get on the first page of Google. And when people see your firm's name again and again on the search engines, and hopefully the first page, it builds a lot of credibility and authority. And when they do actually click through to your website, they're much more likely to reach out to learn about your services or get a consultation. Every page on your website should be targeting one main keyword. Make sure to not make the other mistake of using the same keyword on many different pages. We actually call this keyword cannibalization, because then multiple pages on your website will begin ranking for the same keyword and outranking each other in the SERPs. Also, you should be having a Google My Business profile that's optimized for these same keywords. What's really cool is that the Google My Business listings actually rank above the organic listings on Google, and we call this rank 0. So you could be rank 1 in the organic section, but because the map pack is above that and it shows the top 3 listings, technically that will get more traffic and visibility. And you can apply the same strategies with your website to the Google listing. You optimize it for those specific areas, practice areas, and keywords, and then you're going to rank a lot higher on Google Maps and, once again, the actual SERPs. Last but not least, the third marketing mistake is not using email marketing or building your own email list. Now, in marketing, we say that there are rented channels, owned channels, and paid channels. Something you pay for would be like Google ads, Facebook ads. You're literally paying to use the platform and get the visibility and exposure. Then there are owned channels like your website or your email list. Only you have this. You can continue putting your website on different hosting servers, wherever it might be. You own it. And then your email list as well is your private audience to tap anytime you want to send out newsletters, emails, content, or updates. And then rented channels are things like social media. You can create an account on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you can follow the guidelines and whatnot. But at the end of the day, another company is in control of that page or profile. And that's why your email list is going to be your greatest asset as a law firm, because only you own it. And if you build up hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people in this list and you're sending them promotions, you're talking about your services, you're sending out case studies and whatnot, it's massive visibility. It builds relationships. It'll get you a lot of clients. And email marketing actually has the greatest ROI out of any digital strategy. And all you have to do is pick up a software like Klaviyo, OmniSend, MailChimp. There are literally dozens of email marketing solutions out there. I recommend trying a few different trials and demos out to see which fits your firm the best. And then you're going to be adding forms to your website. You might see this as a pop-up. It can be embedded in a page. It can be in the footer, or the sidebar is a common area. And then people essentially enter their information to join your newsletter. And you can also offer a free resource to increase your subscriber rate. And then in the back end with that information, you can begin emailing them once again with content, blog posts. You can ask them to schedule a consultation for your services. You can send out press releases, but make sure to respect their inbox. Only send a promotional email, a sales email, every 3 to 4 messages, just to respect their inbox and to build a good relationship. And if you avoid all those major marketing mistakes, you're going to be way ahead of the competition. You'll be really up to date on modern marketing trends. You'll increase your brand awareness. You'll get more leads and revenue. And if you want to learn more about legal marketing, you can stop by the video description to get some free resources. Thanks for watching today's video. Subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one.